Hi everybody, welcome to the unboxing video of the Boss ME-80. Here it is, and right behind it, you recognize it, it's the Boss ME-50, which we talked about, and we also talked about the Boss ME-50 versus the ME-70, and the ME-70 didn't always win in all departments, at least for me. Although it's a great unit, but the Boss ME-50 held its own. But now we have the Boss ME-80. It's supposed to be a whole different animal in many ways. One of them would be USB recording dry and affected signals. That's a big deal, at least the way I sometimes work, and to a lot of other people from what I'm hearing. So yeah, same dimensions. Here is the box. We're gonna do the unboxing. There's usually a lot of unboxing videos, but we can still chat about what's going on and what's going, through my mind, and maybe you can let me know what's going through your mind while we do this. So it still has the COSM, COSM virtual, amp models that the previous that Boss has been doing for a long time. And they sound pretty good. This is supposed to be even better. I hope that's the case when you do these simulations. Better is always needed. So let's apply. Let's apply the scissors here, and see what we come up with. Here we go. Here we go. So we get the box here, as you can see, and there's a lot of stuff here on the back, a lot of information on the back, and let's see what it says. Well, it tells you about the newest Boss FX Overtone and Terra Echo, intuitive knob-based operation. That is already been the case, and now PC Mac app provides patches at Boss Tone Central, so that is pretty cool. There's some other people playing with this, and then you can just download those amps if programming is not yours, is not your department, so to speak. Here's the Boss, the manual. It's pretty thick, but I can already see it's in German, Bedienungsanleitung, Mode d'emploi in French. Then there's Italian, we got Spanish, and then we got something that looks like Dutch. I can't, it's covering this up, but I guarantee you. So it's not that thick after all, and that's good. We don't want to make it too complicated. The beauty of these things is that they are like pedal boards, right? Pedal boards where you don't have many submenus, where it's not too complicated. That whole affair is not supposed to be overly complicated. I'm gonna turn down the light a little bit here on my camera, if I can. Where are you, light switch? Turn that down a little bit so there's not so much glare. So here it is. One thing I noticed, there are some batteries that came with it. How cool is that? Batteries, 4, we need 6. I use batteries on this one, and people always say, well, the batteries don't last long, but okay, I have several rechargeable batteries, and it works for me. I'll show you a little trick. The way I do it is I use a lacrosse charger. I have 2 of those, and I keep charging my batteries. There's no AC hum that way too, and it's a lot more portable. So there it is. There is the unit, and here presented to you. And you know what? We're gonna pitch it against the ME-50 here, just as a dimension. It is a little bit taller, wider, depending on how you look at it. So it's a little bit bigger. Let me see the weight here. It's about the same, I would say. Not a big difference. This feels a bit heavier. This feels a bit heavier. But I think maybe this is a tad lighter. So there it is. Looks great, and you have double foot switches here. So here we go. So basically the layout is very similar to the ME-50 and ME-70, which is sort of like an accumulation of floor stomp box models here. So this would be the delay section. Here's my actual evenness delay, and that's a great thing to have because you have direct access buttons. That hasn't changed. It looks very clean. It looks a little bit cleaner than the glossy finish that the ME-70 had. So hopefully you guys can see that. There's double foot switches. It's a little bit more organized and more functions. The preamp section is up here. Here's the EQ and FX2 section. Here's a reverb going from room reverb all the way to halls and spring reverbs. Compression and FX1. You have to choose between the two, which I don't like too much. That's a nicer feature. On the ME-50 we have a dedicated compressor, for example. Here's the overdrive section, and here's the mod sections for vibrato, chorus, flanging, and so forth. On the back side, and remember this is an unboxing video, we're not really actually gonna do all too much. You have record out phones. This is now a smaller jack. It's a 3.5mm jack, an auxiliary in, a USB connector, which is great. We can now record directly into the computer. It is going to act as an audio interface. And we have also the AC adapter, which is not included. It ships with batteries. So with batteries we can work fine. I'm not missing. I do have an adapter for the ME-50, which is going to work here too, but I'm not really using it. The guitar input here, first things first, right? And then we have a guitar amp output that would be left mono here and right here. That goes to, you know, if you have a stereo amp or 2 amps and so forth. This is pretty much it. Here's the power button. So it's not directly powered through the cable. You can turn that on and off. You have a little bit more control. That is about it. Let me just look at the pedal here and comparing it to the Boss. Yeah, so compared to the Boss pedal, the ME-50, it's still a little bit smaller. It doesn't have the same ruggedness and width that the ME-50 pedal has. So there it is. This is our quick unboxing of the ME-80, the new power pedal board from Boss at usually $299. So very, very reasonably priced. And we're going to just have a look at it. These switches look really interesting, look really high quality, that they go both ways like that. I think that's very versatile. Looks good, the finish is gorgeous. Also what I wanted to point out, you have some nice rubber pads here at the bottom. That is nice, it has a good cushioning, very thick. And here's your battery compartment. The compartment is here. I'm sorry about the glare, I'm trying to hold it in an angle. So battery compartment, and yeah, unboxing is done. And here one more time in comparison, the Boss ME-50 in its glory, and I do like the Boss ME-50. And we'll see. What's going to be important, this has to be a lot better, especially with the USB. If the USB works really well and we can record directly into DAW for, you know, smaller things, we don't need a big amp, we don't have to, you know, crank it up, this is going to be tremendously useful. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we are